Today I'm looking at the Laura M48 clutch seal. This seems to be kind of a problem of going through one of these motors for the first time. I wanted to share what I've discovered. I've seen online that other people have had issues, and I want to show them why. So this is the Laura M48 clutch off of Batavis. I should be clear about that. And then I want to show you, you have this really deep seal that they have. It's kind of hard to show in the photos or in the video, but you can see there's a very deep lip. As we put this on, you can see that goes over this entire assembly. So what's important is when you put on seals from somewhere else, they do not go over that assembly. Obviously it would look like to you that maybe I should put it on the other way, but that's actually backwards. You want the seal, you're pushing, you want the seal mounted like this to work properly. And I put it on. I got this seal from a moped shop in the US, and it doesn't, this was supposed to be a direct replacement, and it does not replace it at all. It actually would, it just doesn't work. And when I put it on backwards, it still doesn't even work. It's too far away. And I'll show you one thing. You can see this is pretty much flush. And I'll show you why that matters in a minute. This is a slight recess, but this still will not work. And I got an aftermarket, or just a seal by size, and the same problem. It doesn't work, because this has to protrude. It's hard to see in the video, but this is sticking out close to 2 millimeters beyond the lip of the seal. So why is that important? Because this bearing directly stops against this bearing, and in between the bearing and the seal is this clip, which is about is just under 2 millimeters. So this has to be able to push this down against the other bearing and still be able to spin this without touching the clip and without touching the seal. If you watch as I put these together, if I push down, it will not turn. This is pushing this seal into the clutch hub, and it will just, if you could even get the engine to turn at all after you assemble the clutch, I'd be surprised. If you were able to and you're able to start it, this would burn out in no time. This part, rubbing against this part, would just destroy the seal. And I would imagine, a few miles at best. So that's why you need to have the correct seal. This correct, specially made seal. Now I did try something. Take out this seal here. I managed to push this bearing down. This bearing allows the engine to idle without without driving away. So here's essentially a neutral. The engine would be spinning, this will stay stationary, and as the clutch engages, the two will move together. So you need a bearing in the interim. Now I did push that down 2 millimeters and did have kind of a good result. This stuck out enough that I was able to install it, but I'm not sure what other consequences might come of that. Obviously, having the belt out 2 millimeters is not going to affect anything. As far as the disengagement or any other stuff, I'm not going to make any promises about. But anyways, what you need to know is you have to have a seal installed, clip in place, push down in the center, and be able to spin the outside. If you don't, it's just going to burn up the seal in a matter of minutes, if you can even turn it at all, and then you're back to rebuilding the engine again. You've gotten nowhere. I'm assuming you'd even watch this video because you need to replace that seal to begin with. I'll probably do some other Laura M48 videos, just because I'm doing it. So I hope that helps. Bye.